Oh, the sweet, sweet boat ramp, where so many glorious days begin and end for many of us out on the water. But there is one small problem with this. Not every adventure to the boat ramp is a glorious experience. There are many things that can go wrong down here, and today we'll explore some of that. Welcome back, guys, to this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. Now, we've seen this one a lot lately where people are stuck down at the ramp, and I always get asked, how does this happen? Well, watch these people here. As you see them sliding down the ramp, some ramps are just this slick that if all four tires hit that slickness, you can find yourself kind of in a predicament like this. But this is not the only way to get stuck at the ramp.
It took 10 minutes too long and got stuck in the mud. It's all right. We'll be out in a couple minutes. Damn it.
Other times, your ramp won't be too slick, it might be too sticky for you to use, which can cause you to get stuck there as well. And then, one of my favorite ones, when you really just aren't equipped properly for what you're trying to tow. Now, I know what you're thinking. In this situation, how in the world can they not be equipped properly? I mean, heck, they've got two Ford F-150s. But as you add various items to your vehicle, start changing out tires and rims, adding lift kits, it actually can change the capabilities of the towing capacity of your vehicle. Now, even if you are using the correct vehicle for the job and your towing capacities hit the rating for what you're trying to pull out of the water, there are still other factors to consider. So for example, if your trailer is not weighted correctly, you again can have issues, because if the weight's too far back on the trailer, it's going to try and lift the rear tires on your truck, causing you to have no grip. Other reasons you can be stuck down at the boat ramp are sometimes you'll be in a unique situation, such as right here. For example, you couldn't get this trailer deep enough attached to the truck, so you added chains to actually drop the trailer further in the water to be able to try and get this sailboat out. But now you're stuck in this situation where you've got to figure out a way to get this up the ramp. This one, it's kind of a little bit of genius and a little bit of madness all wrapped into one. I mean, it appears it worked, but I'm not quite sure it's the best idea. I mean, it absolutely could create a pretty dangerous situation down at the boat ramp. I mean, we're relying on chains, not the snap, as we try and pull this thing out. But once again, this crew looks like they've got it figured out and should be able to get this thing out of here. Unique situations at the ramp really aren't all that uncommon, and if you boat long enough, you're likely going to find yourself in some where you're going to have to come up with unique solutions on getting vessels launched and retrieved. And speaking of retrieving, that's another way you could find yourself stuck at the ramp. Sure, maybe you got the trailer in the water and everything looks good, but you've still got to get that boat on the trailer, and that can cause fits in itself sometimes. This is one of the more amazing things to watch down at the boat ramp. Everybody's got a different technique on what they think is the best way to get their boat on the trailer. Now, I'm not going to lie and tell you there's one correct way to do this. Something I've learned, especially over the last few years doing the Miami Boat Ramps channel, I've seen as many people launch and retrieve vessels in just a few weeks as most people will see in a lifetime. And I've seen some really interesting, unique ways of doing it. And some of them are great, and others, kind of like what my man has going on here, don't really work so well. So our guy got in the water and was trying to walk it onto the trailer, but of course, he's now lost his boat and it's drifting away from him. Fortunately, the boat that's right here being filmed from, they're able to successfully help grab my man's boat and push it back towards him. Now, getting stuck at the boat ramp is one thing, but unfortunately for some people, not everybody even makes it this far. Many people will get stuck before they even make it to the boat ramp. Lots of ways this one can occur as well, but definitely some are more unique than others, kind of like this situation right here. These guys are towing an oversized boat. They physically had to move the street light up. If you look at it compared to the levelness of the other street light next to it here in a moment, you'll see they actually loosened the bolts on the back of this, slid it up, and retighten it so they can slide this vessel underneath these streetlights. This is definitely probably one of the most unique ways I've seen a vessel stuck, but this is just interesting because if it happened at this streetlight, then how many more streetlights is it going to happen at as they try and move this vessel through? Hopefully they don't have that many to go. Here we see they barely duck under this one and make it, but they do wind up getting this vessel down to the ramp. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening out on your waterways, be sure to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram and let me know, when you might see your stories over here. Just like Andy Jack 712, Roger Stern, Carter Tripp, John Trebek, Plastic Laptop, Mayday Half Millie, Ishmael Manalias, Alina Santabria 23, Joshua Lombardi, and Free Bassin' with Steve did this week. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here. And if you didn't catch it in the last video, we have gone ahead and announced our dates for our annual Bahamas trip. For those who don't know, we actually do a boating trip to the Bahamas every year, and we invite you guys to join us. This year our dates are June 16th to the 19th, and it's in collaboration with the Bahamas Tourism Ministry. For details on the trip, go to bahamas.com, click Getting Here, and go to the Boating tab, and then you will see the Boating Flings tab. If you click that, you will then see our event listed with the June to 16th to 19th dates, and there you will find the full details about registering. There are only a few requirements. You must have a vessel that is a minimum of 22 foot, it must be in good running order, and you must be able to attend the captain's meeting Wednesday night prior to departure. This year's trip will be departing from Fort Lauderdale, going to the island of Bimini in the Bahamas. Once again, the full details are on bahamas.com. This trip is limited to the first 30 vessels that register, so if you think you're interested, I would go ahead and register now and reserve your spot before it fills up. Look forward to seeing you guys over there. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.